Hello everyone, welcome to the Vatican City. Today our first tour is the Vatican Museum. The Vatican Museums are the public art and sculpture museums in the Vatican City. They display works from the immense collection amassed by the Catholic Church and the papacy throughout the centuries, including several of the most renowned Roman sculptures and the most important masterpieces of the Renaissance art in the world. The museums contain roughly 70,000 works, of which 20,000 are on display. Pope Julius II founded the museum in the early 16th century. The Sistine Chapel, with its ceiling decorated by Michelangelo, and the Stanze di Raffaello, decorated by Raphael, are on the visitor route throughout the Vatican Museum. The pine cone in the middle represents the pagan symbol of fertility, associated with the pagan and ancient Israeli god Baal. The Apostolic Palace is the official residence of the Pope. The museum celebrated their 500th anniversary in October 2006. Vatican Museums trace their origin to one marble sculpture purchased in the 16th century of Laocoon and his sons, featured here, was discovered on January 1506. It was discovered in a vineyard near the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore in Rome. Pope Benedict XIV founded the Museum Christianum, and some of the Vatican collections formed the Lateran Museum, which Pius IX founded by decree in 1854. Sala Rotonda is a large hemispherical vault imitating that of the Pantheon, was completed in 1779. At the center of the room is a huge red porphyry basin which has a circumference of 13 meters. The floor is an amazing 18th century assemblage of mosaic from the first decade of the 3rd century AD, which were found at Otricoli and Sacrofano. The design of the dome and the ceiling in this rotunda is supposed to be based on the dome of the Pantheon. The walls carry a series of niches for display colossal statues, between which are half columns which support the outside bust. The ancient statues surrounding the perimeter include the gilded bronze statue of Hercules. The Greek Cross Gallery housed the sarcophagus of Constantina and Saint Helena. The sarcophagus on this picture once housed the body of Constantina, daughter of Constantine the Great. The decoration is a semi-pagan depiction of Cupids. The sarcophagus of Saint Helena depicts a victorious Roman cavalry. In the center of the floor is a mosaic with a bust of Athena. Each side of the entrance is an Egyptian-style pillar statue in pink granite which date from the beginning of the 1st century AD. In this picture is the entrance of the Pio Clementino Museum. The Pio Clementino Museum takes its name from two popes. Pope Clement XIV, who established the museum, and Pope Pius VI is the one who brought the museum to completion. Originally, it contained the Renaissance and antique works. The museum and collection were enlarged by the Clement successor, Pius VI. Today, the museum houses works of Greek and Roman sculpture. Between 1776 and 1778, Pius VI had the museum extended. He entrusted the decoration of the vaulted ceiling to the gallery to the painter Cristoforo Unterberger. The Gallery of Tapestry is one of the most famous galleries among Vatican museums. Located in the heart of the Vatican, this gallery displays an enormous amount of tapestries produced by the brilliant artist Raffaello Sanzio. It is due to Pope Leon X that today we can admire the beautiful tapestries on the walls of the Sistine Chapel. This amazing ceiling is located on the Gallery of Maps on the west side of the Belvedere courtyard. It contains series of painted topographical maps of Italy based on the drawings by the friar and geographer Ignazio Danti. The gallery was commissioned in 1580 by Pope Gregory XIII as part of the other artistic works commissioned by the Pope to decorate the Vatican. It took Ignazio Danti 3 years from 1580 to 1583 to complete the 40 panels of the 120-meter long gallery. The decorations on the vaulted ceilings are the work of a group of late Renaissance artists including Cesare Nivea and Girolamo Muziano. We hope you enjoyed touring the Vatican Museums through our video. Our next stop is the St. Peter's Basilica. St. Peter Basilica is a church built in the Renaissance style located in the Vatican City, the Papal Enclave, which is within the city of Rome. It was designed by Donato Bramante, Michelangelo, Carlo Maderno, and Gian Lorenzo Bernini. St. Peter's Basilica in Rome is one of the world's holiest Catholic shrines, visited by thousands of pilgrims and tourists every month. After the first basilica was knocked down, it took over 100 years to rebuild the current St. Peter's Basilica. It is situated on Vatican Hill in the UNESCO World Heritage Site on the Vatican City. It has a capacity of over 60,000 people, covers 22,300 square meters, and is one of the world's largest churches. It was only Michelangelo who designed the magnificent dome, and remarkably, he started this project at the age of 71. And it is one of the largest domes in the world. Bernini's first work at St. Peter's was to design the baldacchino featured here, a pavilion-like structure 94.3 feet tall and claimed to be the largest piece of bronze in the world. St. Peter's Basilica rises to the total height of 136.57 meters or 448.1 feet from the floor of the basilica to the top of the external cross. It is the tallest dome in the world. Prior to Michelangelo's work on the new St. Peter's Basilica, the Pope Julius II commissioned him to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, and his other famous work is the Last Judgment. The chair of St. Peter's, also known as the Throne of St. Peter's, featured here, is a relic made of wooden throne that tradition claims the Apostle St. Peter. The relic is enclosed in a sculpted gilt bronze casting designed by Gian Lorenzo Bernini. Michelangelo's dome was only completed to the base when he died. From 1572 to 1585, Gregory XIII placed Giacomo della Porta in charge of the work to complete the dome. It was finally completed at the insistence of Sixtus V from 1585 to 1590 and Gregory XIV from 1590 to 1591. The Swiss Guard of the Vatican City featured here are the only Swiss Guard that is still active today. If you arrive around noon on Sunday and hang around at St. Peter's Square, you will likely see the Pope appear at his window to the right of the square to give his weekly address at 12:30. At the center of St. Peter's Square stands this 1C BC obelisk featured here from a city called Heliopolis from ancient Egypt, said to have been brought to Rome on the order of Emperor Caligula. There is no fee to enter the Vatican City. You may walk around St. Peter's Square and enter St. Peter's Basilica for free, but you have to pay to visit the Vatican Museum and the Sistine Chapel. We hope you enjoyed touring the Vatican Museum, the St. Peter's Basilica, and St. Peter's Square. If you'd like to see more of our travel video, please click on the subscribe button below. Until next time, thanks again for viewing our video.